And I am live. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone on all the social media platforms. It's Juli coming live today on Thursday evening. Usually, I have my weekly interviews. So this is why I'm here to present a fantastic business partner tonight. Somebody I had the honor to meet in person. I think she's the first one that I've met first in person, and then I invited to my website, my webpage. Sorry, my business page. She is from Canada, but she doesn't live in Canada anymore. She's in the south. She's going to tell her story. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Julieta. I live in Montreal, Canada, and I am a digital business owner. And by profession, by trade, I'm an engineer in construction. I work in formwork specifically. But a few years back, I started doing something different. I was looking for different ways to supplement my resources, and I came across this business model. So since then, I am running this business, and I'm meeting amazing people from all over the world. So today, every week I bring somebody to share their journey here, so that people see that anyone can do this, no matter your background, no matter your age, no matter your skills, your technical skills, no matter anything, your language, even if English is not the first language, like in my case, as long as you want to learn something and you want to learn the system, you are able to do it. And today I am going to present to you Debra, and I will bring her already so she doesn't have to wait. Hi, Debra.
Hi, how are you?
I am great. So happy to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's my pleasure. And yeah, I was saying we met in person first, and now I have you on my page.
Yes, thank
Hold
you.
on. So, Debra, I know your story by heart because I've heard you tell it so many times, but I want you to tell it on my page, a little bit about yourself. Who is Debra?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a child of God. I'm a mom of six. I'm a grandmother of 19, and I will be a great grandmother of nine just after Christmas.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm looking so forward to it. And I'm a successful online business owner.
Wow. Congrats, congrats, because you don't have any time. You're busy.
I have lots of time. I'm busy, but I have lots of time.
Yes. And Deborah, tell us what made you look for a digital business. I mean, it's not every day that we see people a little older than ourselves, working online, earning online. How did you get to this point?
It wasn't an intentional move at first because in 2015 I lost my position of many years, and I got a great severance package. And I thought, well, I'll pay off some bills, I'll take a couple of vacations, I'll take a year off work, which is something I never had before in my life. So I thought I can do this, and then I'll find a job, no problem, because I've got over 40 years experience. I was good at what I did and I loved what I did. So anyways, I was positive I was going to find work. So in 2016, I started looking for work.
Okay.
I had to come to the realization that they weren't going to hire anybody over the age of 60 because everybody said to me, how long do you plan on staying in the workforce?
Yeah.
And I said, I get it. I understand. I'm an accountant by trade. I understand that you're looking for somebody young. Training's very expensive in companies. And I understand you want somebody that's going to give you 20 to 30 years. And apparently I'm not going to do that. So, anyways, I thought, what am I going to do? I was only 60, pensions kick in at 65, or else you lose a lot of it. And I thought, I just can't afford to retire. Like, I don't want to get into a chair, a rocking chair, and grow old and die. I'm just starting my life. I've worked all my life. Now it's my turn, right? I needed to find something that I could sustain my lifestyle, something that I could do so I could pay my bills. All as I wanted was my electrical bill came in the mail. I wanted to be able to pay it. When
Yeah.
my mortgage was due, I wanted to be able to pay it. I didn't want to have to rob Peter to pay Paul all the time. And it was getting to that point in my life. So I started looking online because I knew people that, worked online. They didn't make much money, but they had jobs doing different things online. I thought I can do something like that because where I'm from in Alberta, Canada, it's minus 52 in the winter months. So
Oh my gosh.
if I'm going to work for a lesser wage, then I'm going to do something that I don't have to go out in that cold. And so, anyways, I started looking online, and this, post kept going by and by, and I'm not social media stabby. So, I used to work on a computer 12 to 14 hours every day, but I did not do any social media. And here I am, I'm Googling, I'm trying to find something to do. And I really am, stressing over this because I really don't know how to do this. But, anyways, this ad kept going by and by and by. And finally, I clicked on it. And because I had prayed really hard, Lord, bring me to something that I can do and bring me with people that I can work with. So, anyways, I clicked on this ad and it was like, oh my goodness, I understand it. I saw the numbers. I knew it would work, but I didn't know how it was going to work or how long it was going to take because I didn't even know how to put a picture on Facebook. And they're telling me you need to put your picture on Facebook. And I'm thinking, great, I don't know how to do this, right? Thank God I had a 12-year-old grandson that was willing to help me show me how to put my picture on Facebook. And yeah, so I had a learning curve, but I did it. And,
Wow.
it's not get rich quick. It took me some time, but that's okay.
Yes,
And
definitely.
a year and a half later, I got to move to Mexico. Actually, almost 2 years later, I got to move to Mexico and live in a very warm, beautiful climate. I just spent 3 days on the beach and with other successful business owners here. We had a meetup here and it was just awesome. So, it can't get any better than that. If people consider that work, I don't know what kind of jobs they had before that because this is the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yes, definitely. And I assume you already realized this, but the fact that you didn't get hired at the age of 60, like you said, it
Yes.
was definitely a blessing because you wouldn't be here today, maybe. Who knows?
Exactly. And the thing of it is, like, where would I have been? I wouldn't have been able to live in my own home. I wouldn't have been able to support myself. I
Yeah.
wouldn't, I would have had to live with my children and been a burden on them. Well, that's not what you want to do after you work all your life and raise six children. You don't want to be a burden on them after, you finish when it comes time to retirement. That's the time we're supposed to be traveling and enjoying the money that we've earned, right? Well,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
had a life situation happen, just before my position was eliminated. There was a situation that happened in our family that took every penny of our savings, all of our investments, everything like that. But you do what you have to do to help your family.
Oh,
And,
definitely.
and that happened to us just prior to me losing my position.
Wow.
So, it was like boom, 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 bang, all these things coming down at once, but I knew I could do it. I knew I could move forward.
Yeah, you can really never predict, right? Sometimes you think the path is very clear, all your goals are aligned, but something happens and it it moves your world around, but then you have to rearrange, you have to readapt, and yeah, that's how. But
Exactly. Exactly.
that's why it's important to have something that that even if you're not able, let's say, I don't know, you get a cold, you're a week that you can't work on your business, that the business is working for you, right? And you
Yes.
don't need to be physically there. I
Yeah.
compare it always with my job as an engineer. If I'm not on site, if I'm not at the office, if I'm not in front of my computer doing something for a client, conception or whatever it is, I'm not doing the job.
Exactly.
So it doesn't
Exactly.
get done if I'm not there, right?
Exactly.
So yes.
And this is the same thing. Like, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's something you have to work at. But we have 100% training which is the most amazing training I've ever seen. And I've been to university, I've been to college, but this training walks you through this business and getting set up step by step. It's not get rich quick. It takes time because you have to go through the learning process. But if people can read, turn on a video, because our training's all video based, and
Yes.
follow the process to a T and are coachable, this business will work for them. And it doesn't matter how old you are. That's the thing. I've just proven that. You can do it at my age. There's people in this business that are older than me that are rocking this business. There are people in this business 24 years old and retired to doing this business, right?
Yes, definitely.
We had found it at 24 years old, and just
Imagine.
yeah, but you know what? There's no looking back, only moving forward.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, yes. That's a very wise comment that you just made there. It's incredible. And us younger people, we take advantage of your experience, your knowledge, and the walk that you had done through these 4 years, because you're always helping us, right? And we are a huge community, right? And we're always helping each other. That's why I'm so grateful for you for taking your time. And like you said, you do a few interviews a week, and it does take at least half an hour of your time, right? That you could be doing anything else, at the beach with a margarita or something.
There you go, right?
So I really appreciate it, Debra. And tonight we have our weekly not mastermind, the webinar, the workshop. So what would you tell people that, are looking and are a bit skeptical? I was a bit skeptical when I started, but I let that part aside and I moved forward, and I didn't let the fears, dictate what to do or what not to do.
Yeah.
So I moved forward, even though I was a bit skeptical. I had doubts on myself as well, because doing something non-traditional, it wasn't really my thing. But I said, okay, you know what, just do it, go find out what it's all about, and I'm sure you're going to be fine. So what would be your advice for people who are maybe on that situation, or that are maybe around your age, that are doubting themselves, doubting, the system?
It's much easier to train somebody that has no skills whatsoever, because there's no garbage in their minds to make them do things differently. So that was one of the things that was great. I didn't have the garbage in my mind to have to, say, oh, well, somebody else did it this way or whatever. I didn't know. But anybody that's out there, it doesn't matter the young age or my age. I see so many people my age that retire, sit in a chair, and wait to die because they can't afford to go on vacation. They can't afford to go see their family. They can't afford to live anymore. They just sit in a chair and then they die. I'm not ready to do that. I'm ready to learn how to grow young again. I want to do all the things. And if people stop dreaming when they turn 60 years old, they will die. Like, don't let people steal your dreams. Don't let money steal your dream. Like, do something out of your comfort zone. I had to get out of my comfort zone. Working online, I used to be the people that kept the duct tape on my camera. So I didn't think, I thought maybe somebody could see me, right? Even though my daughter said, Mom, you have to have your camera turned on. I said, that's okay. I'm just being safe. I was one of those people. So I was very skeptical about things and doing it online. And I thought, I'm not putting my face online unless this is a legit business. Well, I receive a T4A at the end of the year. I have to file my income taxes and I have to pay the government their money. So you know what? That's a very legit business. Every country gets their own information slip. We are in 24 different countries of the world, and we have people from all over the world. And this is something that each and every person can do, and it's not going to affect one way or another. But you know what? Register on Julie's webpage that's going across the bottom of the screen there. Register on that with your name and your email address. Watch the 90-minute information session. It will give you enough information, and it's professionals doing this. So these are the people that have been in the business a long time, that are very successful, that are doing these information sessions. And then at the very end of the information sessions, there's going to be a panel of different online business owners at different stages in the business that tell you their whys. Now, maybe just one of them is telling your story.
Yes.
Because I hear a lot of times different people that come into the business and they're telling my story. And it's we all have a story. We all have a story and we all relate to somebody else. But this business has changed my life, not in just financially, but it has changed my life medically. The worst thing to cause illness in your life is stress. And what is the most stressful thing in people's lives is not having enough money. When you have
Yeah.
enough money, you can do good for people. Like,
Yes.
there's so much good you can do out there. Like when I know God brought me to this business, He brought me here not just for me to become successful and to become wealthy. He brought me in here to help other people. He brought me in here to help people that live here in Mexico that can't feed themselves. When I'm making money, I need to share that with these people so they can eat. You know, we do good with what we have, and you have to find a purpose in life. And
Yes.
if you have a purpose in life, if you have a why, and if you have one child, that should be your why. And I just tell them a quick story here, really quick, because I have such a passion for this business. I don't understand why everybody doesn't jump in, right?
Yes.
Anyways,
Totally.
really. But a few years after my children graduated and, moved out and finished their universities and things, I gave them a book one year. And it was a book about their childhood, what they enjoyed, what they disliked, what their, favorite, what the worst was, what they thought of their mother and her discipline and the father and the discipline. It was just the good, bad, and ugly. So I gave it to them all and I said to them, oh, maybe don't give it back quickly. I want you to really think about it. Don't worry about hurting feelings. I want you to be truthful.
Yeah.
Be truthful, because maybe the mistakes I made as a parent will help you be a better parent, because you won't make my mistakes. So please, like, think about this really hard. So, anyways, my youngest daughter gave it back about 3 months later. And I thought, this can't be good. I really want to know how bad of a mom I was to her, right? So,
No.
anyways, I started reading the book. And of course, it just melts your heart when you hear the good and the bad. But you know what? One of the questions in the book was, if there was one thing you could have changed in your childhood growing up, what would that have been? And you know what she said? She wished her mother would have had been home more. I worked all the time, all
Wow.
the time. 6 children, had to work. I worked all the time.
Exactly. Oh, wow.
That is something I will
Mel-
never get back as long as I live. So, you young people out there that are watching this that have children, and it doesn't matter if they're preschool or they're teenagers, they need you as a mom, as a
yes.
dad. They need you. Please do something to make a change in your life to better your family, because it will make a huge difference.
Wow. Powerful words, Deborah. Thank you so much. And
You're
this is what I cherish of the older people that are in this business is you've already lived all your life, or not all, but I mean a lot more than us, right? And coming from you, it's like if it would be our parents telling us, right? Giving
Yes,
us life advice, right? So definitely, we have to do this. We're here for a reason, right? And
exactly.
every one of us has a purpose, has a huge why. Absolutely.
Yes,
I have my whole family back in my country in Argentina, and when my mom got sick and passed away, I wasn't able to be there.
exactly.
We had a whole world situation going on, but still, if situations would have been different, I don't know how much time I would have gotten to be there, and if
Exactly.
I
When
would
you
have been
work for
there
somebody I think
Exactly.
they give you 3 days bereavement. Well, you can't fly to Argentina and back in 3 days.
No, exactly.
Spend time there, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So, wow. Thank you
that's-
so much, Deborah. And I am so happy for you and so happy that I met you and that we gave that hug that we did in
yes,
Calgary.
that was a blessing.
Yes, absolutely. Deborah, I know you had limited time. Thank you so much for your time here today, for your amazing words, inspiring words to everybody. I hope people really realize the powerful of your message tonight. So
Thank you.
I'm gonna say good night to everyone. I wish everybody a great evening. And if you're looking for something, here we are. We're here to help. And like Deborah said, we're here to help. And I say also, nothing changes if nothing changes. If we want changes in our life, we have to start within ourselves, doing something different. Otherwise, results won't be different.
Exactly. They need
That
to remember to live by faith, not fear. Believe in themselves.
yes, yes, yes. Live by
Believe
faith,
your
not fear.
word.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Good night, everyone.